Hello, I'm Carl at Trident Fly Fishing, and today we're going to tie the big junk streamer. This is a streamer from Lance Egan. It's very similar to the Wolly Bugger. It has a nice weight to get it down through the water column quickly, and it swims hook point up, reducing the chances of hanging it up on the bottom. So it will swim like so, and there's the fly in the vise. The hook we're going to use today is a TMC 5263 size 8. That's their 3 extra long, 2 extra heavy streamer hook. And we've got some 70 denier UTC in the color olive. And we'll start our thread about 2 eye lengths behind the hook eye, where we're going to tie in our lead eyes. I like to form a small ball there to keep them from going forward. But these are Haleline's double pupil, red, white, and black eyes in lead. And that little ball seems to keep the eyes from sliding around, so we're just going to make a lot of figure eights and then around the bottom like so to tighten all of that down. That's pretty good, I think, anchored. And now we'll take a little bit of Zap-A-Gap, put just a dab on either side, further reinforce this for us. And once we've got the eyes secured, we're going to wrap back to the start of the bend of the hook, where we're going to tie in our tail material. Next material is going to be some Marabou. We're going to use 2 different colors. This is hairline strung blood quill Marabou in olive, and we're also going to use the same thing in a color ginger. So this swims upside down, so the first color we're going to tie in is going to be the olive, because when it swims we want the lighter color to be on the bottom. So we'll strip some material from the quill. We want this to be about twice the length of the hook. Tie that in on top. And next, some ginger colored. It's going to be the same length. And there is some flash with this fly. This is just some lateral scale. We're going to take 2 pieces of that, and we're going to tie that in on either side of the Marabou. Roll it over the top, tie it down the other side, and we're going to trim those pieces off same length as the Marabou. And this fly has a rib. This is just some 6X tippet material. This is going to be to capture our hackle with. We'll tie this in on the near side of the hook, wrap back to the tail. Get that in our material holder out of the way. And the body of the fly is just Hairline's Chenille in fine olive, or the size small. And we'll prepare that by pulling some of the material away from the core to give us a tie-in point. That will just cut down on the bulk. Strip some material away from the core so we don't get a big lump of it back here where we tie it in. Run our thread up to the eye, and we'll get a whip finish tool and tie that off, save our work, and we'll use the rotary function of the vise to wrap that chenille. Make sure you grab a hold of your tail material when you make that first wrap so that you don't draw it all the way around the hook. And we'll run that up to the eye. Cut off our excess. The hackle of the fly is a whiting saddle. They're Rooster Saddle, and the color is Badger Olive. You could also use Grizzly Olive, would work really well here. So I've got a couple of feathers picked out. This is one, and we'll prepare that by removing some material from the bottom, leaving some small pieces to be caught by the thread so it won't pull out. And now in open spiral turns, we're going to wrap this back all the way to the base of the tail, and we're going to capture it with that piece of tippet. Then wrap that tippet through the hackle. Don't worry about capturing any of the material. It'll find its way through it. And cut off our excess. So for the head of the fly, we're going to make a dubbing loop, and we're going to use some Chenille's laser dub in the color olive. Take out our fancy Stonfo tool here and get about 5 or 6 inches of a loop and run our thread up to the eye of the hook. And I've paired some material here. Get that up inside the 2 pieces of thread, capture it, and spin it up. Take our Velcro from our Stonfo tool here and pick that out. There we go. Now we're going to take a few turns with that material behind the eyes and some crossing wraps over the eyes. And capture it. I'm going to cut off our excess here. That will all pick out here in just a minute. Form a small head. Whip finish tool. Cut our thread. Now we'll pick that material out. Give it a bit of a trim. And we need to cut off our piece of hackle here. Some head cement. This is Loon's water-based. Clean out the eye, and our fly is finished. Please feel free to add comments at the bottom of the page, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to view all the new content here at Trident Fly Fishing. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again next time.